Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well,
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. Hope everybody's week is starting off good enough. I know I've been a little tired lately, but we've been popping out quite a few videos because there's a lot of stuff that I've been watching and just wanting to chat about. So lucky enough, I have the time to make videos in order to chat with people. Otherwise, this stuff would never get out of my head. If I didn't make videos, this would never get out of my head and I would never be able to talk about it with anybody. So I'm glad at the moment I get to share my thoughts on all these crazy things in the Bible. So today's subject is everybody's favorite. We're going to talk about Jesus, our hope, people that want to talk about Jesus. We're going to talk about the story of Jesus, and some of it, a lot of it, doesn't really make sense when we really break it down and look at it. Hold on. So y'all don't think the candle's not going. Hold up, hold up. I don't want you to think the candle. We got the small candles right now because everybody was afraid of the big candle. So, as always, I'm Jay. Don't forget to throw away your feelings, open your minds, and get ready to question your beliefs. That's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to see how it goes, see if anybody decides to join. And if not, we'll just kind of talk about the story of Jesus. For now, you guys let me know how your Tuesday is going or has been. I'm about to get started on this Mafia game again as we wait for people to decide if they want to hang out or not. So, hold up. That's not it. Trying to get past some levels on here. There's some other games that I could play too. I just have not. The heck? Can't find my little icon. Hey, Mr. Hudson, how's it going? Welcome back. You're definitely a welcome back. Welcome back. You've been here for a little while now with our streams. Thank you for your support. Hopefully you have a good time. I'm assuming you must have some kind of good time to show back up again, right? So yeah, you guys let me know what's up. Have you guys had any interesting conversations about the Bible? I'm lucky enough too to where the people I talk to the most, to be fair, I guess I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit, but some people at work I get to talk to about these kind of things, so that's cool too. So, you know, I like to be able to talk about these things. I think that's what makes me a little friendlier about it because part of me is being thankful that the person wants to talk to me about it, even if we disagree. So I'm getting that fulfillment of just discussing these things, no matter what, right? So you can kind of say some ridiculous things, not offensive things, but you can kind of say some ridiculous things about the Bible. And I'm probably not going to jump on you. I'm going to just calmly try to break it down and hope that I can, because my strategy is to let you hear what you just said. And like I try to get people to really hear what they just said, right? When it comes to these kind of things, because once you really hear yourself, and I'm not trying to make this into some like weird magical thing. I don't know. It's the only way I can describe it. Once you really hear yourself, you either hear how ridiculous you sound or how true it is, right? Like, but if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. If you don't, I don't know. But some of the things that you have to say in order for even things like this Jesus story to be true, it should sound ridiculous to you, right? Now, you still might believe it, right? Because there are ridiculous things that happen. So I can get that, but it still should make you like, wait, what? And then that should make you want to start digging deeper into it and not just believing it because somebody wrote it down 2,000 years ago. I think I discussed this before. I don't know the obsession with people and old things. Like old things aren't special in any difference than new things, right? So it's this I don't know, like people hold stuff that's like sacred because it's old. I think that's so stupid. Uh I think of stuff like especially like in the Middle East where there's cool discoveries that could be made, but the people won't let you dig in certain areas because it's sacred. Right? Like, it's like, what? Like, we're saying there's some history down there. And even with God stuff, by the way, right? Like, wait, you're telling me that there's proof of God somewhere in this area and you guys won't keep digging? No, we don't want to dig because we want to, I don't know, it's sacred ground or whatever. It's so weird to me, and I used to think this when I believed all this too, by the way. I was like, "Well, wait. Why aren't we digging under the dome of the rock and all this other stuff? Like if you're telling me the history of what I am supposed to be believing, I believed it back then, is down there, why aren't we digging? Why wouldn't you just keep digging for the proof of this amazing thing?" Right? I hope you guys get what I'm saying there because that is so crazy that's yeah, even this is when I was a believer, right? This is how crazy I am no matter what, right? Believing or not. I'm this excited about these things. And I just want to know the truth. That's all I want to know. I don't care if it makes me feel good. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how it makes me feel. I just want to know the truth. And that's me no matter whether when I believed or when I do not believe right now. It's the same me. I just want to know the truth, man. How many of y'all out there are like that? Like, how many out there just want to know the truth, man? Yeah, getting old does beat the alternative. I'm with you there. Good one. Sacred means nothing to these people of anything. It's evidence that proves Christianity false. Yeah. Yeah, right. Like, that's what I'm assuming, man. We all would want to know, bro. Like, I want to know. And if there's evidence, like I think of that place, gosh, it's in Africa, right? They say they have the Ark of the Covenant. Somebody say the name of the place for me, please. Uh, I don't know why it's blanking on me right now, but it's like, wait, if you're saying you have the Ark of the Covenant, you want to keep it hidden? Like, what are we doing, man? No, no, I mean truths like that, right? Like Ethiopia, thank you. Like, I mean, like, bro, we can prove God. Why aren't we showing it? Like you're telling me we could prove God? Come on. It's oh my god. I uh I even think about that with the pyramids and stuff. Like who cares, man? Like if there's some cool shit to find out around the pyramids, dig it up, man. Stop trying to keep this. Who cares that it's old? I don't know. I'm more about discovering crap than caring about keeping up some old building because it's been there for 2,000 years. I don't know. I'd rather find out like the history and what was going on. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, by the way, but I'm more about just finding out what the heck's going on. Hey, Mohammed, you're gonna have to at least come in here and say hello before you start preaching. Have some respect for some people, man. Come in here, say hello like a regular human being. Come on, bro. Our sister. Like, come in here, say hello to people. Let's like just because we have disagreements, man, don't treat each other like animals. Thank you, thank you. You get points for me for doing it. Thank you. All right. So yeah, yeah. Religions like Christianity just enable colonialism, mission trips. Yeah, I have a video just a few weeks back about how Christianity spread. That shit was not nice. Like it literally didn't spread nicely at all. it, it's kind of weird. Like not even weird. It just makes sense. Like the real story, just like everything else so far that we've ever done, it's always spread by war. Like we've never had any peaceful spread. War is the only thing that's caused peace. Yeah, there's never been some awesome God showing country that has not uh been violent, by the way. So this is like Old Testament through the Bible in history. Like there's no peace movement ever in any religion or in any major. I don't know if I want to say major. I don't know if Buddhists count, but I guess Buddhists never went to war. Is that true? Somebody check me on that. Did Buddhists ever start wars? Hey, what up, channel? Buddhist is more of a philosophy. I don't know. I think it's just something interesting. Straight white Christians will say they're the most oppressed. Yeah, I mean, I guess, man. If you feel like you're oppressed, I mean, I don't know if they really feel that way. I got plenty of all colors buddies, and you know, it it doesn't even matter what race, by the way, that person that you're speaking of, right? I can find that same white Christian type person in like some of my family or something, right? Because it's just a mindset that you have that you personally are important, and everybody that you associate yourself with are the only important ones, and anyone that does not uh match up to what you consider are below you, right? So, but anyways, back to the other point. there there is no, like, Christianity is not special in the way it's spread just like every other political movement so far, which is by killing people, right? The book makes sense in all of these kind of contexts. The book makes no sense when you try to make it magical. It When you try to make it like Harry Potter, right? If you tried to make Harry Potter, if you tried to make Harry Potter a real story, you know how all the maneuvering and bull crap you would have to do to make that story real? That is what's going on here. Anyways, while I'm sitting here ranting, we're looking for people that want to talk about Jesus's story. So if you feel like you can come show me why Jesus's story makes any sense, we're going to start at the very beginning and then we're just going to go through. If you are up for that challenge, the line is open and we will get as far as we can. I'm going to be on here, same old thing as always. I'm going to say an hour. Somebody's going to call at the last moment and then make me stay for 2.5 hours. That's that's been y'all's pattern right now. That's been the pattern now. What's that? Noadism? What's Noadism? I've never heard that one before. Wait, did we beat level 4? Yo, we beat level 4. Nice. Should we go for level 5 or get the... I want to play like a race car game while we wait. That's what I'm looking for. This was kind of fun, but let's see. Just watched a podcast on how the Gospels are not as early. No, it might not be the one I was watching. I was just watching Bart Ehrman talk about um Wes Huff, like doing a response to Wes Huff's Joe Rogan experience. Ooh, there's a car game. Let's race some cars. I'm still going through that one. It's like an hour long. Or sorry, like, yeah, hour and a half, something like that. I think it's something like that. I'm waiting on that. That's like so long to do like a video on. There's also another one where it had William Lane Craig. That's the only guy I know in there. But it was like this little panel. It was like Christian, spiritual person, atheist, and another's like a little group. And I thought that'd be an interesting conversation to go over because they were talking about the like experience of like why actually there's a bunch of conversations, but mostly it was about, the point of life, if God is exist, or and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking about going over that one, but it's a longer video, so it would be uh like 2 parts. So but that might be weird for people. Let's go timed. But anyways, hey, when y'all are ready to step up, Anybody want to chat? Am I pressing the right buttons? Oh, okay. Jesus. Who wants to talk about Jesus? Who can make the story make sense? Oh, get that, get that. Get that. Whoa. Oh, Buck. All right, Buck. I hear you. Do, 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 do. Y'all talking about evolution? God dang it. Muhammad, you talk about evolution every time. Talk about Jesus. Tell us something about Jesus. Or wait, what do you believe in, Muhammad? What is your what is your God? I feel like you got to switch up your style a little bit. You can't come in here saying the same stuff every day, right? Don't you want to surprise some people and talk about something else? Ah, come on, bro. Like, are you really trying to learn too? That's a good question to ask yourself. Like, are you trying to learn or are you trying to preach? Right? Ask yourself that. Be honest with yourself and ask yourself, hey, am I really trying to learn what other people believe and why they believe it? Or am I just preaching to them? And once you ask yourself that, it might change how you interact with people, which will just make for better conversations and more interesting conversations for you and others. Because remember, you're sitting in here for a reason. And if you're just sitting in here for people to not interact with you, you behave a certain way. But if you're really here to have conversations with people, take advantage of that and give people the respect by answering questions. God dang it. By being an honest interlocutor. I'm bad with that word. I say that so bad. But yeah, just kind of just being a good person, to be honest. Mm-mm. Like I said, we're waiting on somebody to step up and talk about Jesus. Don't y'all love Jesus out there? Come on now. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Ooh, I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that. Here we go. Mm, nice, nice. It's kind of hard. They got like a little Ferrari, another Ferrari. I try to be cool with it. I think we all came from somewhere other than this planet. Yeah, but I wouldn't count that as us coming from somewhere. Now I get the point. If you're like, oh, the stars exploded, we're made of stardust, that can sound like pretty, I guess. And I get it. But that, that wasn't me. But I get it. I get it. I'm not trying to be a J downer. Like I understand, but some of these things, it's just like, no, if you give any of these like magical things any credit, people take a mile with it. That's why I'm trying to be careful about how I say things because it can sound like I'm sounding spiritual or something, and whatever that word even means, I have no clue. But I don't know. I try to be careful. I know we just found some there was like a meteorite that landed through somebody's house 2 years ago, and they just finished some analysis on it, and it has like building blocks of life in it. That's cool as hell. That's very cool. Come on, bro. Sucks. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. Wait, how long we've been going? 25 minutes. We did have a Buck that said he's gonna join up, so we at least got one brave soul to come teach y'all about Jesus. Y'all talking about whales? What's whales got to do with Jesus? Here's the thing: if evolution wasn't true, which it is, why does that prove anything? Can you please explain that to me since we're talking about evolution right now? Like, what? If evolution was not true, what does that even prove? Besides evolution not being true. God dang it. Yeah, amino acids were found. Yeah, that's really cool. Hey, what's up, Ricardo? Like, I don't know. People bring like creationists bring up evolution all the time. And like I said, evolution is 100% true. As closest to 100% as you can get. Uh, so it's just like I don't even understand what that would literally not prove God. It doesn't prove God. Jesus is a whale of two tails. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, it's fine. Like, yeah, it's just another gap. It doesn't prove anything. So weird. Instead of instead of proving God, everybody just does all these other things that are vague. That's so annoying to me, man. Like, if you can prove God, why are you talking about evolution? Right? If you can prove God, why are you talking about? Let me give you a syllogism. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, oh, you're just telling me you can't prove God. That's all you're saying. If you have to use all of these other things that would not prove anything, or if you told me prove that this cup is here, I could not use what you're using. It's just I don't know. I don't get it. They have to deny evolution in order to propose God's creation story. No, I don't think it counts. We don't have to. You don't have to disprove something that's made up, right? Like I don't like. I know people say that a lot, but no, I don't think it's can't. You can't prove because it's not. We're not talking about something that is even possible at the moment, right? Because anybody can say that. Then sure, I can't. I can't prove that the tooth fairy isn't real and lives on Mars and sits on a chocolate covered Reese's Pieces. I don't know. Like that's I don't know. That doesn't isn't appealing to me. Like if you're the one saying that everything that I see is false, you have to prove it. I don't have to disprove it. I know everything we see shows us something, right? So we both see it. So no, like you have to show me. I don't have to show you anything. That's how I talk to people about that stuff. Cause like, no, we will start at the very beginning of what me and you agree on and then work our way up. It is if you go off track about what we've been saying is reality, That is on you to prove it. I had the same conversation with the last caller that we had, where no, like that's on you. If you're telling me we're in the matrix, that is on you to prove it. I don't have to disprove we're not in the matrix. Like I don't like I no, I don't have to disprove we're not in the matrix, bro. I know that's not what you're saying, but I'm just talking to people that use that, right? And it would be the same thing for me. If I tell you something that normally doesn't happen, it's up to me to prove it. I expect you not to believe me if I tell you some story that never happens, right? I truly expect it. Man, we don't even know what like 300 years is like. So, like when even to me, even the people that know these numbers don't even understand what that is like. They just know it's the number. Like you got this math person that figured out uh like the scientist people that figured out how to do these datings. The human brain, even if you told me, you cannot comprehend thousands of years either, right? Like there's no way you're like there is no comprehension of the vast amount of time. It's almost it's almost a fake number to the human brain. Like it doesn't exist, right? Like living a billion years. Okay. Like that just I don't know. It just doesn't exist. You can't even fathom at all what that even means. I kind of look at it when I hear like I'll be watching a documentary and the scientist will say some crazy number. He's like, this is 00.00 time, blah, 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 like some long ass number. That person is just repeating a number. They have no comprehension of how huge that number is, right? But that's why we have language to describe these kind of things. But come on, let's talk about Jesus, man. Let's talk about why Jesus was needed. I know some of y'all have some Jesus stories. I thought Jesus would bring a bunch of people talking, by the way. Like that's the easiest thing to talk about, right? I do got to work on a video after this, y'all. So we're looking like we're about to hit an hour and 30 minutes. You guys always somebody always calls at the end when I'm like, all right, 10 more minutes. Then somebody calls in. Buck, I think you think it's the whole. I think you think the whole story is made up, right? Like the whole Jesus story. You don't think it's real? And I would say even then, even if it's just a story, it's a story that doesn't make sense. Like they were bad writers, right? Let me say it that way. Like, because anybody can make a movie, right? And the movie can just not make sense. So just like back then, right? They were making a script and they wrote down the story, but the Jesus story in context of the whole Bible, it just doesn't make any sense. Like the story sounds stupid. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that sound a lot of stuff in the Bible that sounds stupid. The Room. Wait, I know. I think I've seen that. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. All right, I'm tired of this game. Tic Tac Toe. What do y'all know about that? Nah, I don't want to play Tic Tac Toe. Oh wait, did I just fix something? No, not really. Rebel Jesus. Man, the week's almost over. Yeah, I would say even the Jesus story is, even if it's a story, it's a bad story. Yeah. Oh, am I timing it off? Oh yeah, I've only been 35 minutes. You're right. We got time. That actually makes me feel better because I thought I was in a rush. Like I had to find the video. Like I had to make this video for it tomorrow. You just gave me a little more energy too, because I was like the time was off a little bit. So yeah, we got time. All right, we got time. Okay, we got a little time. Let people get together. Yeah, Weeping called in twice now. Yeah. Oh, is it more than twice? Yeah, I know at least twice. At least twice. We talked yesterday. I'm expecting some cool things from Miss Spirit over there. Yeah, Mohammed, you're gonna call in? You're gonna talk about Jesus though, because that's the topic today. I literally thought there would be people running over, going crazy to talk about Jesus. Who doesn't want to talk about Jesus, man? Snakes and ladders. What do y'all think that's about? Snakes and ladders. Oh, I'm getting hungry too. Probably eels and jellies. Da, 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 da. Love me and my wait. Love me and my grandbaby's favorite game? This? Is that what you're talking about? Shoots and ladders for kids? All right, let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Hey, Buck, you still calling in? All right. Oh, it's like I have to think. I don't want to think. I got to say my thinking for debating. Oh, okay. You got to get to the ladder. All right. That's straight. I don't have to think. I just have to roll. Why she get two? Why she get two? Do I have to hit him? Oh, no, you're good. No rush. I just making sure. Weeping Spirit let me know I had, like, she said, don't you dare leave. You only been here 30 minutes. Damn, Professor came in here with some poem like shit. Time flies when you're having fun. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy yourself in here. like I said, I have a good time. If ever the live stream allows me to talk as much as the videos do, I would switch to live streaming more. That's no pressure on anybody, by the way. I like making the videos, but the reason I live stream is just the same reason I make videos, because I have so much in my head that I have to be able to talk about it, or like I won't do too well. So whether that's talking to people live, if eventually that's what this channel becomes, that's cool. Or whether that's making videos, that's why I do both, right? That's why I do both. Because I literally, I'm always thinking about this stuff. Always. I literally, I don't even think there's a moment in time I'm not kind of thinking about this. Sermon on the Mount, man, I got some gripes on the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus had what's supposed to be the best speech ever, and it's missing a lot. There's so much that Jesus could have said on that Sermon on the Mount. It's not as awesome as I thought it was a while ago. Oh, this is the game you play with them too. Like what we can I guess we'll pull up the Sermon on the Mount and go through it. There's a lot in the Bible that could have done better, but we'll stick to that one since we're talking about Jesus today. I think while we're waiting, I might go grab me some more orange juice. Oh, tic-tac-toe. Oh, my bad. My bad, sister. Tic-tac-toe. Sister Spirit. Oh, I should just play versus the player. Ooh, let's play versus somebody. Let's go. I'm a competitor, bro. Let's go. I gotta wait on somebody, but I'm ready now. You guys see how excited I got to play against somebody? Wait, is it my turn? Okay. Where you at? Where you at? What's going on? What's up? I'm not playing it against anybody. I'm playing by myself. What is this? Ah, what is that? What? Maybe play versus a player. No, play versus a player. I don't know why. We're just, to be fair, we're just not big enough yet to get that many calls. I don't. It's good at like for the size of my channel. It's good to get if like one or two calls. It's like it's actually it's a surprise to get one or two calls because you know like we'll grow. I'll keep grinding. I'm not somebody that gives up. Like I said, and I do this because I want to talk to people about this stuff, and I want different people's perspectives. So I'm gonna grind it. I mean, eventually we'll get popular enough. I actually don't have any doubt in that one. It's just whether I have the energy that I think to withstand the grind. But I think the more people that interact with this space that we've created here, the more people will want to be a part of it. Because even though I will challenge everybody that makes any kind of ridiculous claims, I'm also not going to sit here and not understand why people Like this stuff's important to people. If I can just say it really without stringing everything along, is I understand that the psychology that comes behind this stuff. So that's how I guess that's all I'll say on that. It boggles my mind so many Christians don't realize that this Jesus character teachings were just stoic. Oh, that's a good one. Like I would say that there aren't uh like I don't know if Jesus said anything at all that was never said before. Like maybe somebody can question me on that, I guess. But like I don't think Jesus was like people think Christianity brought like civilized people. And I would say Christianity might have made people really uncivilized. Just say it. Just say it. Christianity brought some blood and I mean some of the you know what, let me be fair to Christianity real fast. Christianity didn't bring anything different than any other um culture social thing from 2000 years ago. Let me be fair, right? And that's my point to a lot of this, that Christianity looks just like every other thing that was 2000 years ago. Right? So it's just I don't know, some of this gets way too obvious, and the only way you can hold on to it is by making it modern, right? If there was a time machine, I've said this before, Christians right now, the how many we have? 2 billion or 3 billion Christians? Put 3 billion Christians back in time in this time period where the stuff they believe, they would not be considered Christians. You might have 3 billion people that got stoned back then. Like, so it's like I don't know, man. This stuff is obviously made up by cultures. It's very obvious to me. And but going back to what I'm saying, I get why I get why it's tough for people to see it that way. Like I get it. I truly do get it. Like, I really do get why it's hard. And it's also you have the other factor too. It's like there might not to me there's some consequences. But most people are like, or most people I've spoken to that are honest with me about this is they're like, well, there's nothing to lose for them, so they can believe these fairy tales and go about their lives, and if it's not true, it doesn't matter. But I think a lot of those people, which are genuinely probably just good people, because I don't think a lot of these people are bad, they don't understand that that's like the way how Christianity works is it is like a very authoritarian type thing. So it does affect society and you think it doesn't, like you're like, oh well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but you're like affecting people. And I would be critiquing any religion that was affecting this many people, right? There's some religions I don't attack or don't talk about because they have no effect on society. That's like a long rant, by the way, but I think my point got across. And maybe, dang it, and maybe 100 years from now there'll be something else. Who knows? It'd probably take longer than that. Uh, I don't know if people realize this, but the Abrahamic religions are very young. These are very young religions. And this just kind of goes back to how I said our brains can't comprehend time because 2,000 years sounds long, but 2,000 years is not long at all. So, of course, these religions are still around. I imagine the religions that were like the people, like let's imagine Jesus's culture, those people, like the Abraham lineage of Abraham, all that. Imagine the religions and stuff they heard about, right? Like I know some of these people weren't real, but imagine Noah and his children, the religions they would have heard about. I know the story doesn't work that way, but you get what I'm saying. So like they would have been hearing about ancient myths. And what did they do? They created their own myths, but they piggybacked on some of the theology or whatever you want to call it, that was in religions before theirs, right? They didn't just make up anything new, right? They came up with gods because that's what people called things, right? So it's not like they found out something new and they're like, no, 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 this thing that everybody thought is called God. Like, no, everybody was using that. So it's just like you can tell the story was just built on other knowledge that was previously called a religion. And then we had this big point in history where people decided to go towards a different type of religion. And why could that not happen in the future? Like, there's no way if this place is still here in 1,000 years that the people that call themselves Christians right now will be around. Like, you cannot like how what Christians believe right now is not what Christians believed 2,000 years ago, and what Christians believe 1,000 years from now won't be anywhere close to what Christians believe right now. Like it won't even look the same. Just like I said, like we put everybody that says they're a Christian right now and put them 2,000 years ago, they would not be considered Christians. Which, I mean, I hope you don't feel like I'm ranting. This should make you think, by the way. So if you're a believer and you're listening to me, that's like, just run that experiment for me that I just said and really think about that. Go like tonight, just go back and think about what the hell I just said and really, really think about it. And you should see what I'm talking about and it should make you think. And the excuses that are going to come to your head are like, well, we won't be here in 1,000 years. Jesus would have came back by then. You have to come up with so many things that are counter to what we've seen in the past. And that's how you know you should start questioning what the hell you're talking about. Like, yeah, I don't know. It seems so simple to me, but it is what it is. Also, Christian Apostle Paul was a sarcastic Hester. I'm home, honey, I'm home. Wait, who's both of y'all? All right, Buck, once you get in, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get me something to drink. I'll get my orange juice. So I'll be right back. I'll play our hype up song for y'all while we're gone. Damn, that was probably too loud. Sorry, y'all. I walked away. Hopefully, y'all turned down your volume because that was probably pretty loud. That song can't be too loud. That's funny. All right, we got Buck. Let's let's chat with Buck. Shoot, what did I do? Go. What's the other one? There it is. Got our thing up. Praise God for this great channel. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. I hope y'all like it. What's up, brother?
How's it going?
All good, man. You just got off?
Yeah, I just got off, just got home, went through the Uber stuff. Anyway, how you doing, man? How's your day?
Not too bad, man. Just relaxing, trying to like during my day, I'm just trying to find videos to like talk about. That's turned into my day every day now. It's just literally
Yeah,
just like looking for videos to talk about just because I love talking about this stuff.
I'm telling you, you gotta check out that Nils Glenn guy. He's got some interesting takes on stuff.
Yeah, I have a few that I have to do. There's a lot of people telling me to look at certain stuff, so now I have to like put it in a log because every minute I'm spending watching something else that I'm not gonna make a video on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, it turns into like a weird feeling, but I still only watch stuff I want to watch, right? So like that's why I'm saying it's kind of like, oh, I already have like 10 things I want to watch. Doesn't mean I don't want to watch what you guys say, but I'm already going through what I want to watch, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
thanks for reposting, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad you guys like it. Some people don't like my style, but that's just me. It is what it is. So, all right, Buck, what you got, man?
Well, I was just gonna say, well, first of all, I wanted to address something about that you mentioned yesterday about if I started a YouTube channel, it would just come up to
Oh,
contradict everything you put up.
yeah,
I, I,
yeah.
I agree with you probably a lot more than maybe you realize.
No, I think that's why we kind of just chit chat too, because we agree on a lot and then we hit our little points where we don't, and then we discuss it a little bit, and then that's why we can also talk again.
Yeah,
I think we both genuinely like the conversation and are interested in learning what the other person or why the other person thinks the way they think.
right,
So
right.
at least that's my take on it.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that and I like that. So, what I would have to say about the Jesus,
Jesus.
Jesus.
Go ahead, bro.
Um, okay. I guess the way I feel that Jesus is the example for us to live by, and I like to use the Beatitudes as his crowning achievement as far as a sermon or as far as of how we're supposed to act.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's uh, uh, I, I mean, I guess I don't know if it's transcendent morality or whatever it is. It just seems to me like the way we should be dealing and treating each other as individuals.
And that's the
Um,
Sermon on the Mount, right?
right. So Sermon on the Mount is also called the Beatitudes, which talks about various, I would say, very unworldly concepts. For instance, the idea of turning the other cheek is certainly not something that is even promoted these days. And I don't care who you are, if you're a Christian or if you're anybody, if somebody pops you in the nose, you're going to pop them right back. That's a
But
common.
would that not be? Oh, okay. Sorry. No, you're saying that it's weirder than what everybody else was saying back then, right? Like everybody else back then was saying payback for payback, right? Or equal for
And
equal.
still now.
Right. Okay.
And still now. We still justify getting our paybacks, our comeuppance.
Okay. So my take on that is because I would agree with you until what I think the story is trying to do. The whole Bible story to me is talking not to the leaders, it is talking to the people that it's trying to make the servants. So
Well, yeah.
the stories aren't going to be uplifting in the way that make you want to be somebody special. The Bible literally is a book that makes you feel shitty. So you like the Sermon on the Mount sounds so great because the whole book is about making you feel like you're nothing. And that's from the beginning of the book. From the beginning of the book, people are worthless. People cannot achieve what they should have achieved. That's the whole story in Genesis to me, is that you have God expecting great things from its children and its children failing. The whole book is literally to make you a servant. What do you think?
Let me ask you this. If God knows everything, don't you think he knows that this is what was going to happen?
Well, we kind of can't jump to that one right now, because I am playing the story from God doesn't exist real fast.
Okay.
So you had that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you the question, right? So the story makes sense because it only is trying to make you feel crappy. Like there's nothing in the book that doesn't make you feel like you're supposed to be a servant. Who is that? Who would that book be for? Just pretend with me real fast that people are writing it. It's not divinely inspired. Why? Like, who would use that tactic? The whole book tells you you're nothing, by the way.
Well, first off, I'd like to say I disagree with that statement.
Okay, then attack that one. I think that's fair for you to attack that one. So go ahead.
I do agree.
Fair.
I do agree, though, that the people who were involved with putting the book together, with interpreting the book and all of those sorts of things, yes, I think those are the people who are definitely taking advantage of the situation.
But say those people didn't exist. The stories themselves say it. I would rather hear your rebuttal on. Let's start at the beginning, and we don't have to go over every single chapter. But at the beginning, does it paint human beings in a good light?
I don't think it paints them in a bad light. I think it paints them in a human light.
Which is what?
I think it's an etymological explanation as to why we don't like snakes, why we lie, why we are evil.
Name a good thing about us in the early. Name something good.
In the Bible?
Yes, that portrays humans in a good light. Name something good at the beginning. It's very hard. Hold on real quick, Buck, before you even say anything, the fact that something doesn't pop in your brain instantly and a bunch of things, because me and you right now, we could go and list all of the horrible things in Genesis, right? Do you think we could do that? Okay. So why is it so hard for us to find good things?
Well,
no, remember my point to this, by the way. My point is because the book is not supposed to make you feel good. The book is supposed to make you want somebody else to help you. You can't do
take
it
care of
yourself.
you, to guide you,
Yes.
to all that sort of stuff.
That is what the
Hmm.
book is, Buck. That's the whole book. It's for servants. It's not for the people in charge. This whole this
I
whole
would.
book is for servants, man. It's for servants.
You do know that that's what they called this religion when the Romans were chastising those Christians running around.
Yes.
This is a religion of women and slaves.
And weak people. Yes. But like,
Um,
oh wait, I'm sorry. Like you're sounding like you agree with me, but I know you don't. So go ahead.
no, I do. I agree that it is a religion for women and slaves because of what it teaches. But the people trying to masculinate it are totally twisting it up, and that's really kind of where it
But
starts taking us
but
up.
you're like I am technically twisting it up, like you're saying, but I am not in those people. Like
But
I want everybody to realize that is what this book is. It is telling you that you yourself cannot be anything. You can only be something that someone else wants you to be and only be what it needs you to be. It is the most slave like story that you could possibly think of. And it makes sense from a slave society. Like it totally makes sense. Like all of this makes sense. Like when you guys talk to me about how this book is from God, it doesn't make sense anymore. But if you just could step out of like your belief at all and see what I am saying, my story makes
I don't
sense.
say that it's I don't say that it's from God. I say that it's from men. I think men did all the editing, men did all the writing, men did all the interpreting. It's a book
Well,
from men, and
well
and
then wait, then hold
and
on, Buck. Then why do you believe anything in it?
I okay, because all right, let's read the first beatitude. Do you have it up?
First beatitude, sorry. Is that the word phrase?
It'll be Matthew 6 is where
Oh,
or
Matt.
5.
Got you, Matthews. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm thinking you're telling me about some article.
No, beatitudes.
My bad.
No, the beatitudes are the Sermon on the Mount. The
Got you.
instructions on the Sermon on the Mount.
Got you. But wait, okay. I know we're gonna go into this, but I'd liked our conversation. Are you saying that this book is not from God at all, and these people got some things correct in your mind?
I would say the book. I would say that God influences people to write. Some in for good motivations and some for bad motivations. I think that some people want to corral the people and control the people, and I think by the time the Bible was actually being put together, we were trying to figure out how to control these people.
Okay, but
And they
did
had
anybody really speak to God?
um I can't say whether they did or didn't.
Okay,
I'd
okay.
say some probably did. I would say that hallucination and vision, if you will, is definitely a plausible way that they see these uh these laws, these rules.
How about this? Let's just say I always ask people this. Um, could God be speaking to me, telling me everything that is here is false?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he could
You're
tell
too
you that because
you're too honest, Buck. That's what I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
he could be telling you that. Um,
All right,
I mean,
I'm more joking on that, obviously. But it's you're
that's
saying
fine. That's fine.
you're saying that no, I meant like I wanted you to be honest, but a lot of people would tell me because I'm saying the book is wrong that no, God couldn't be speaking to me. That was the
I
point.
I don't think God's forcing you to do anything. That's one thing. I think it's on you to make your choices, and I think that's what the story tells us. You have a choice to make, and you can do what's right or do what's wrong.
But
Now I
what's
have a
right or
question.
wrong
I
is
have
all
questions
subjective,
myself
right?
about what's right and wrong. I mean, the reason we're in this mess is because we ate from a tree that told us what was right and wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Before that,
that's a story.
but this is me getting into the story, but I don't necessarily have to buy it that that's the way it went down. But whoever wrote this story was definitely feeling an inspiration for whatever reason, whether it was to explain things to their kids or to explain things to the society or
Sure,
to
but
structure.
why isn't Spider-Man something that you
I,
have reverence for like this?
I, well, I do, and that's what I'm kind of getting at. I'm saying I don't. You know where it says in Revelations you should not add or take away from blah blah blah. I think that's a bullshit statement. I think that if God's going to influence those writers, why wouldn't he influence other people? Why would he back out? So I don't think that.
Wait,
So
hold
the thing
on.
is
You're tying that into my Spider-Man comment, or
sure. I would say that. I would say that.
what about bad stories? God inspires those, or what?
There's how many. How many bad
I'm
stories
just
can
saying,
you think
I'm
about
just
in the
saying,
Bible?
horror stories and stuff like that. My point is, like, we write stories all the time.
Right, and this is a collection of stories to help us navigate life in general, how to deal with each other, our neighbors, our
Correct.
friends, our relatives.
So let me ask you this: are you saying the I don't know. I don't want. I have to be careful with my words because I'm not saying this is anything like magical. Are you saying the drive that we have to tell stories is God speaking to us?
Maybe sometimes I would say. I mean, I as a musician, I write. I've written songs and still write songs and sort of think that way in how I write. Um, of presenting my understanding of the world and God around me.
What
If that
I don't know if I ever asked you this. What made you think God was real? And I hope it's not the book because we just talked about the
Nope.
book being okay. Cool. Go ahead.
It's actually not the book.
Okay.
It was actually some Mormons who sat down and said, "Pray with an open heart." Um,
Okay. And what does that mean? Pray with an open
and
heart.
what that meant to me, at least how I took it, is okay. Here's the Lord's prayer, and it kind of gave me an idea about how the schematics of a prayer as opposed to just reading a formula, because
Our,
none of the stuff in that
you're
made
talking about Our
sense to me
Father.
until I realized what things were talking about, right, in the Our Father.
Okay.
Until I realized that there's a structure to the prayer within it. And then when I say, give me my daily bread, when I'm asking for spiritual guidance, that's where I insert a question for my spiritual growth. And then,
Well,
and
so
then,
I'm sorry. I think we skipped a little bit because you were. I was asking about what made you
what
believe in
moved me?
God. Yeah,
Right.
not necessarily
And what
moved
moved
you,
me?
but like what like you believe in God for real, right?
I believe that God is real. I
Okay.
don't believe that the Bible is the be all and end all, but I don't believe it's completely out of left field. I do think that there's
Here's a question that
value in it.
might help you or give you a reason why I'm asking so much on that and trying to tie you down is because if like say there are two things that contradict each other and or sorry, one thing that would contradict each other if the other person or religion says the opposite happened. And so, like, how does that work when it comes to all of these religions? If they're saying something that is so opposite that it would make either one wrong if the other was true. So, like, how do you
I
get
don't
God out of that?
Because well, I think the meddlings of men is and our interpretations and our battles and our disagreements with one another cause the problems, and God is standing outside of it.
What
Now
about the fact that,
I know you
like,
have a problem with that.
no, but I'm saying I'm trying to tell you or kind of try to show where maybe you're being a little biased, because saying that there is no God is on, or more. I'm actually going to say there's more evidence that that is true than the other options. But
Right,
nobody,
right.
but the religious person doesn't look at that the same way. And I'm like, wait, that
Okay.
doesn't make any sense. There's more proof for somebody saying there's no God. I hope you could
I,
agree. Maybe you can't. That's fine.
I do
But
agree. I do agree with that, and
okay.
that's why I don't believe that I can convince you that God lives or not.
But shouldn't
All
that
I
make
can
you
do is
shouldn't
discuss
that
it
make
with
you
you.
question yourself though, right? Shouldn't that make you question yourself?
I do question myself on occasions, so
Well,
all the
not
time.
like with the actual belief in God. Does it make you question that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
mean, doubt is part of faith. It's part of it.
okay.
It has to be included. If you don't embrace the doubt, then how do you know when you've learned something?
I just oh, how can I word this? Because
One way or the other.
doubt is like
Whether your presupposition was correct or wrong.
like when I have doubt in things, I go towards the other end until I am proven that I should not have doubt. That's what got me out of, excuse me. That's what got me out of this, is that I had doubt, and then eventually I was like, well, wait, if I have doubt, there should be proof to get me out of the doubt. So I start digging, and there's no proof to get me out of the doubt. You go to faith, and I'm like, well, wait, truth doesn't need faith. So no, I'm not going to do that. Like I put a foot down. I'm like, truth does not need faith. I'm not going to let somebody, because tons of people talk to me about this. I'm not going to make somebody threaten me with fear. I'm not going to make somebody make me feel sad. I'm not going to make somebody make me feel like I'm missing something. I'm like, no, because if something is true, I should not have to have faith in it at all. Faith is for things you just want to be true and don't give a crap if it's true or not. Hey, you got your camera on. What's up, Buck? What's
Hey,
up, man?
how y'all doing?
You surprised me. I was like, oh wait, I just see somebody's face. Hey, nice to officially meet you.
I was just pushing the buttons there while I was
Yeah,
listening.
nice to officially meet you. But I wonder why you go the other route and I go that route.
Um, I understand, and uh, I completely understand the idea of wanting the real story. What's the truth? What's the real story? Uh, um, Say, for instance, did Adam and Eve were they made out of mud, or did they evolve as as a group, even as before they actually became something? I
Oh,
actually was
do you think
listening to.
Adam and Eve are like tribes? I've heard that before.
I've
Like
heard that.
Adam and Eve are like a tribe. They're tribes.
I've heard that theory before. You know, I just heard Dan McClellan talking about the timing of when the Bible was written, and his argumentation. He has a lot of reasons for it, but he's saying it's written about 500 BCE. So that's like less than, well, that's about 1,000 years short of where they say it started.
Okay.
Um, so in that case, in that instance, that makes Adam and Eve, somebody's imagination. They were telling a story as to why we have to do this and why we have to do that,
Yeah, but
and they were
you
trying to
don't even
tell
believe that story is real.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't, because my belief in God comes from a feeling that I had when
That
I
that you still have,
opened my
right?
heart in a prayer. And at that point I realized, oh, okay, because and it wasn't even instantaneously, it was when I started getting the answers to these questions that I was asking. So I was
Is there a
asking,
question you could share?
what's that?
Is there a question you could share?
Um, it was there were several like mundane questions, like um, I'm trying to think, because what happened, I guess I asked a question about, I come from a broken family, so I asked questions about uh family preservation and family, and what happens in the afterlife, because that's a whole different thing depending on the religion you're talking to as to what happens.
Okay.
um and I asked a question about, I don't even remember what the specific question was, but I got the answer from my mom as I was walking down the street with my mom, and she was talking with me about something, and somehow the subject dawned on me that I felt God revealed through my mother this answer that I had asked.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've heard no,
Even
and I've heard these kind of things before, and it like I said, it does make me think a little bit. But my other, like I said, I come to the fact like I ask why first. So it's like, why would God do it in that way? Like, probably my first question is, why would God choose to do it in that way? Like, can you give me that answer? I'm gonna take you through my thought process and
I,
see what
I
answers
actually
that you give. So go
I
ahead.
will
That would
definitely
be
tell you I
that would be
cannot
my
answer
first one.
why he's doing it that way,
Okay.
why we have this test that we're facing. I do agree that there is a test that, for some reason that we're facing, and I don't know whether we.
Okay. So that's your first answer. So let's keep going. I wouldn't stop there, by the way. I don't stop just because I don't have a good answer. So I would go along with that. Okay. I don't know why. What do you
Okay.
think God's goal is? That would be my next question, because I don't know why. So if I don't know why, I would be like, oh, okay. Do I know the goal of whatever I don't know why? I don't know how to word it, but I hope you get what I'm saying.
Um,
What do you think the
no,
purpose of God is? Like, what is God doing?
that's another presupposition I try not to engage in. I have no idea why he even made me,
Cool.
why he
So,
made this world, why he
hey,
made
well, so Buck,
all that.
you just jumped to the point where I'm like, I don't understand why we believe it at all. Like
Right?
you're being honest, and that's cool. And it's just like, well, wait, if we can't even come up with logical reasons, then why do we believe this? Instead of, like, I don't take away your experience, by the way. Like
Right?
I 100% appreciate the experience that you say you have, and that I'm just gonna say you had, because I believe you. So it is, why can't that be like, hey, let's really search the reason you had that experience instead of making up anything. If God is at the end, let's just find it, instead of
Because
like and listening to
because
people
it's
that wrote
salient
something
to me.
2,000 years ago.
Because it's salient to me. For whatever reason, that moment when I got that answer from my mom, it struck a chord with me, and so I
But
accepted it.
what if that's something physical, Book? Like that, and I mean it in a weird way, but I'm trying not to be weird. But it's just like, what if there's just something so cool about how social creatures work, that you got your answer from your mother because she knew you needed the answer? And I'm totally making this up, but to me, that is more can be explained physically. But what we do is we
I
create
think
this
that's part
thing that doesn't exist. We create
I
something
think
that
that's
just
part of the
like,
equation. I think God is involved in our relationships. I think God is sitting here between you and I trying to iron out,
yes,
not ironing anything out, but he's mediating.
but why do we
And
have to
maybe he's opening.
why do we have to put a God in it?
We don't have to. And if you
That's what
don't
I'm
see him
saying.
there, then fine, you don't have to. That's the
Is,
way I
oh,
see
okay.
it.
Hold on. Is God just like, are we talking about the same thing and you are just giving it a name and I'm just saying it's like natural?
Maybe, maybe. I, I'm not afraid to say that that might be the case.
Like,
And
are
and
you
in
calling
saying,
God what I call uh like just the human nature to want to, like, I want to talk to you. Like, I don't think that's not some being coming down and beaming something in my head. It's just like, no, I'm a social creature. I just want to speak to other things that are like me. Right? So it's just like, I don't understand why we have to bring anything else into it when all of the evidence for what's real is in our face. Like, we could not survive unless we were social.
you don't have to. That's the reason you have free will. You don't have to.
Wait, hold on. Say that. Wait, what? I don't have free will. Okay.
You have free will. You do not have to
Oh, I have free will.
uh,
Okay.
find that. You don't have to see God in everything. You don't have to see God at all.
All right, hold on. I gotta run to the bathroom. I want to keep talking to you. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Uh-oh. Am I still alive? All right, cool.
My
I
bad.
was,
I'm not muted with
I was,
you, but I'm muted in the YouTube.
all
All
right.
right. All right. So my point to this is, I like when I look for the truth, I only use the evidence that I truly have. So this is why I think your experience still counts as evidence for me, because it's here, it's physical. I know what experience is like. And
Mhm.
I know that you may not, I can tell you a story and you didn't have the experience, so I get it. But my point to you on this is, why don't we just use the things that we both know are true for sure? And I mean true is as much as we can know true is. And say like, hey man, there's something strange going on here. I don't know. That's one of my most favorite phrases. I don't know, but me and Buck experienced some weird thing that we call emotions. And just
Yeah,
and then we just search for what emotions are. And then we just keep going. If God is at the end, Buck, like God will be at the end. We don't have to say it's God, brother. Like it's
that's
like
and yeah, I agree. I mean, look, that's the thing is, you have an understanding to your experience, and that's created a bunch of emotions within you.
Right,
Uh-oh.
but me and you're still here.
Oh, okay.
But me and you agree on we both have an experience. But the
Right.
difference between me and you is I don't jump to anything that I couldn't show to you. The problem I am seeing
I
is
don't
you jump to something that
I
you can't
don't
show me.
I don't bring that to you. I mean, that's the thing is that, I mean, the only reason I'm bringing this to you is because you're asking.
Okay,
But
okay. That's fair.
I don't
That
force
part's fair.
my will.
That
I
part's
don't
fair.
force my will or my understanding upon you.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that was a good answer. But do you get what I'm saying?
Sure, but I mean, the thing is that if it's salient to me, if it makes me feel better, let me have it. And I see you do. You pretty much do. You let me have it.
Well, of course. So, I
Um,
mean, but that's part of the. That's why I'm saying I'm being honest about it, because how could
but
I not
and
let
that
you
may
have
be
it?
true.
Because you had the experience. I get that you had the experience, but now I'm trying to make us both ignore our experiences. I think that's what I needed to say. I
Okay.
want us both to ignore our experiences and just try to figure out um some of the things that possibly could be true. And I would do this like, let's take God out of it so you really can understand what I'm saying. If me and you are trying to, like, say, you ever seen the movie Don't Look Up?
Oh, what was that about?
The comet's coming, nobody's paying attention. The scientists tell them that we're all about to die. Nobody listens until it's too late.
Yeah, yeah,
Long
with the
Leonardo,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I did actually.
So,
Yes.
like, this is what I think about what's going on in our world and what's been going on since recorded history is we are trying to just not be like, what's my best is we don't want to be like the dinosaurs. We're trying to avoid extinction, right? So it's just like, man, if that's our goal, the only way me and you can do it, Buck, we're the only two that can do it. Let's just pretend. Me and you are the only ones that can save humanity. We should save
Wow.
humanity by showing humanity things, or being able to show humanity why our things work. If I say, hey, humanity, I have something that I can't show you, just believe me, that causes the chaos.
No, yeah, you're right.
But
You're right. I
if
agree.
I know, that's why I'm wondering why we're so different on this part. Because I know you agree. So it's just like, why would we not choose the thing that forces everybody to prove what they say? And that's what I have that's the problem I have with religion. Like, I
Well,
understand people have not even just religion. I should actually take it deeper than that. That's the problem I have with things that people can't prove. Is that it allows the snakes to just weasel in. If people have to prove everything that they say, we get rid of a lot more snakes. I'm trying to
well,
get rid of the snakes.
I think we need to. I think we need to prove a lot of things that we're not proving. Yeah, you're right. I see where you're kind of going with it
Okay.
as far as the what do you call it,
The
the
usefulness.
manipulation
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
uh,
Yeah, that's cool.
that certain people are doing, and certain people are buying into it. And you you know what's another thing that I've had to discover is, where do I actually fall into buying into something that's false, or that's uh
When you
misguided, whatever,
when you say false, the thing I try to share with people on how to think about it is, you truly, this is why I always start my videos at like that. People think it's a joke, but it's not. You cannot understand what I'm saying unless you throw away all of your feelings. Like, every single attachment you have to what you believe, you literally have to throw it away in order to hear what I'm saying. Like, I truly have learned to not care what I want to be true or what like the emotions I have to it, because I've been through just some crap and I realize it doesn't matter what I feel. Like I've been through some bad shit and it's just like, oh, I tried to do the whole manifested thing. I promise you, Buck, I tried to do the whole manifested and it would become true. Those were the worst moments in my life.
Yeah.
The moments where I did not try to face reality, like I say man, I don't mean man like people say, like humans do. Like you face reality. That's what humans are good at. You face that shit and you adapt, right? That's what humans are good at.
Your
And
slogan is what kind of attracted me to you in the first place was that, you know.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to understand. Um, we don't need to do anything else besides that, and then that will guide us. We're looking for guidance from the wrong thing. We're looking from guidance from this thing that was made up. All we have to do is make sure we're looking for the
Well,
truth, and
we're
then
not
things
looking for
change.
we're not looking for guidance from the thing that was made up. We're looking for guidance from the people who interpreted the thing that was made up.
But that's okay, Buck, because who are those people? Aren't aliens? They're us too. Like we treat these, like we treat the people that have created our system, and like they're different. They're not different. Only thing that society did, like let's just look at society right now. Guess whose fault it is? It's not the leaders. It's everybody else that allowed the leaders to become the leaders. It's your
I don't
fault.
vote.
It's no, I didn't vote last time either. That's fine. Like it's and I still say it's our fault. It is the collective's fault, because you can never tell a bad person to not be bad. They're going to be bad. You just stop that person from getting control. So if a bad person is in charge, Buck, it is not the bad person's fault. It is
Well,
it is
it depends
everyone
on how
else's
they got
fault.
it.
No, it is everyone. It
It's
is
our
everyone
fault.
else's fault that allowed them to get the power to get where they at.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So what do we do? Do we make our own little country and
No,
let these
what we
people
do,
figure it out?
what we do is what we already did. We allowed the people to become in power. We did it. We have the power to take it away. And one of the ways of taking it away is stop allowing people to be able to lie. And people
All right.
lie, and people
But what are
lie.
you going to get? But what are you going to get when you take these guys out and replace them with another bunch of
You don't just
incompetent, selfish
you don't just replace them with another
politicians?
bunch. You hold people accountable. The
Yeah.
one of our main problems in politics, and I don't mind going into this, is the fact that you can't get elected if you don't lie. That is the stupidest shit
Yep.
that we've ever created. Like
I agree.
you should want the politician to walk up there and say they did something wrong. I would vote for that person over anybody. There's never been a politician that
Would you
walks up
though?
and said yes, because they're wrong. Like if you can say you're wrong, bro, you're a better leader than half
If
of the
they
people.
say if they say they're wrong about something that was personal to you and you knew they were wrong when they did it,
Hey,
if they say they were wrong, do you say okay, they
no, okay.
recognize their error?
I know how this works, and extremes are always the thing. So there are lines, but I guarantee you this, Buck. I appreciate the serial killer that comes out and admits it than the serial killer that pretends that they didn't do it.
Sure, but why? What's the difference?
Because I just want people to be honest, man.
Okay.
Like
That's
I get the human nature to do horrible things. By the way, we don't have to get into that and like all that. Like I have a weird thing about free will, but I like life, like reality sucks. That's what I say, like that. Reality is horrible. So I expect bad people, are what I consider bad, and they consider me bad. So then who's right? I don't know who's right because somebody looks at me and says, "Hey, Jay, being kind is stupid." I've heard this before. When I was I was really good at sports. I'm not gonna give all my personal information out, but one of the reasons I didn't make it is because I was a kind player. Like I never wanted to take advantage of people. I just wanted to be better than them. Like that was the difference between me and other people. Like I didn't do the things that the coaches taught me to like make tricks, do all of that. I just wanted to beat somebody. Like I wanted them to be at their best and I wanted me to be at my best and I wanted to see who was better. So that is what I mean by honesty, bro. Like I don't care if honesty makes me poor, I would rather be poor. I want honesty, man. And this ties into it. If you can't prove something, you're not being the honest that we need in our society.
Well, we do.
And I'm gonna let you talk for a minute because I just talked. So go ahead.
All right. So we do allow ourselves to we do allow our what do you call it, the our biases influence all of our decisions all throughout our lives.
It's all subjective, yes.
And we're going to I guess the thing that I find, for instance, in the Beatitudes is the fact that it does give you an opportunity to look at what you're doing and are you being what you need to be, because I can't control you. I can't tell you that you're being an asshole and expect you to behave. I just can't. So I have to understand, well, where am I at within this situation? Because obviously if you're being an asshole, it's not going to make me happy. I'm going to start to become irritable. So where do I become?
And I'm going to let you keep talking real fast, but I want to help you here because I like you're on the path that I want. And like if you wanted to share, say I am being an asshole right now, and you're trying to explain to me how I'm being an asshole, like how could you do it? What steps would you take to show me that I'm being an asshole?
First, I would hear your piece. Why you're upset? Why you're aggravated? And then I would listen, and then I would try and say, okay, you're saying this. This is what I'm doing. And then I would tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Perfect. Now you're at the point where you're explaining to me, and the point of explaining is to make me be you. Like that's how I feel like what explaining is. Let me know if you think I'm incorrect. That's fine, but let me explain it real fast.
Explaining is what now?
Explaining is you trying to make me understand what it's like to be you. So when you're like in this scenario,
at that moment, yes.
Yes. In this scenario, you're like, "Hey, Jay, this is what I see," and you're trying to explain it to me. So, like, we're on the same page. I think we're good. What steps would you take to make sure I understand what it's like to be you? So, go ahead.
Well, I would tell you what I saw or I heard, how I felt about what I saw or heard.
Yep, I agree so far. Go ahead.
And I would ask you to do something differently.
Okay, cool. So now we're at a part. Once you say you're going to ask me to do something differently, you have to make sure I understand even where you're coming from to even understand why I need to do something differently, right?
Right. Well, rather than escalate it to, a fight, I would much rather sit down and say, well, wait a minute. Why are you so upset? Let me explain why I said what I said or what I did, did.
Yes. But what are you trying to do at that moment? You're trying to make a connection.
Well, while you're doing the same thing, you're trying to explain to me
Yes,
why you were an asshole because I was blah 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 blah
100%.
whatever.
I'm trying to make you into an asshole. You're trying to make me into the person that is getting treated badly. That's what we're both
Okay,
doing in that moment,
okay,
right?
okay.
So the person that wins is the person that can provide enough evidence that the other person can see. Does that make sense?
So use the evidence that they can agree with you on, like
Correct.
you like
That's the only way for us to understand each other.
right,
That's so that's
right.
and this is why this is something one of my thoughts. This is why bad people attract bad people. They can see each other. Good people attract other quote unquote good people. Now this is all subjective, by the way, because good people can think they're good and be bad, and bad people, you know what I'm saying? But it's all subjective. So let me say it this way: everybody attracts what they are in a way. So it's just like but the point of that is it's because you're able to show the other person what they need to see. And the only reason you can show them what they need to see is because you are that as well. So like you guys see each other. And this is why even opposites can attract, by the way, because there's a certain type of thinking that makes you see a certain way. And that's why all religious people can come together and say, hey, there's something going on. Now, the problem with the religious side is you only can convince other people that also have no proof of their point. And that's the problem with society, is that it allows other people to be like, hey, I just know this thing. I don't have to prove it to you. Just get this feeling. And once I give you this feeling, you will believe it. But if it takes a feeling to believe something, I will believe it less.
That's
Sorry, that was a
that's
long, so
bullshit.
go ahead, Buck. Go ahead.
That's bullshit. I can't expect you to do anything just because I said so,
No, no,
or
that's not what
because
I was saying. That's not what I was saying. But go ahead. Go ahead.
well. I mean, you are to the extent of saying that I'm trying to push something onto you. I'm
No,
not trying to push
we're all
not
like,
not not me per se, but somebody in a situation.
no, I
When,
think
when,
you
when,
like what is communication, Buck? What like why do we talk
when you,
to each other?
well, you and I aren't having a problem with communication. It's the people. It's the people who say no, I'm right,
No,
that have a problem with communicating.
aren't the both of us trying to be like, hey, bro, like we're being friendly because we like at the moment we care about each other's opinions. So, aren't I saying, hey, Buck, man, I got this cool thing to show you. Let me convince you this cool thing I can show you. And then you're doing the same thing. You're like, hey, Jay, I got this cool thing I can show you, bro. I like you, man. Like, I don't dislike you. Let me show you this cool thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be trying to show each other. So
Well,
it's like we're trying to show each other something. So if I care about you, Buck,
yeah.
how should I show you those things if I truly care? Should I bring in things that you couldn't see unless you already are me? Or should I bring things that are in reality that you can go test yourself to prove what I'm saying? Because I care about you, Buck. So it's just
Right.
like which one is better for the person you care about? Made up shit or shit that the person can actually test?
Well, when it comes to real life stuff, yeah, you're right. We don't need a lot of, hocus pocus mumbo jumbo as to how you should live your life when it comes to that sort of thing. But when it comes to a real live practical situation that you're facing, hey, let me show you something that I think can help you get through this. Say it's a difficult situation, and I see you're struggling, and I say, hey, Jay, why don't you check this out and see if it helps you?
Okay.
See if it helps you if you just pray with an open heart. No, that's a bunch of open, silly words, but
No,
but
it's not. It's not silly.
it's not silly because it means that somebody's caring about you, and maybe
Yes,
that's
yes,
enough
yes,
to give
yes.
you some information about your place in the world. Hey, I'm important enough that Buck cares enough to talk to me about this.
And what I see,
Whatever.
Buck, is I don't give credit to something that I don't see. You may say this is God going through you to speak to me. You know who I give credit to? I give credit to the man I see in front of me. And I'm
Right, and
like,
I
go
don't
ahead.
claim I don't claim to you at the moment that God is doing anything. I mean, because it has nothing to do with that.
But do you know the reason I say God isn't doing anything?
Why is that?
Because there's never been proof of God doing anything.
And I'll tell you why I say this, and I can't prove it. But I'll tell you why I say God is doing something is because I believe he's working within you and I.
Yes, but Buck, if me and you had to make a life bet, would you put your life on the line that God is real, or what I'm saying is true?
I think there's an integrity to accepting something that is uh not common,
All
you
right,
know?
okay, cool. Not common. I like you said that. All right, would you put your life on the line that we didn't land on the moon, or that we did?
No, well, I think we did. I think there's some
Right. But
fun
no.
stories behind it, but I think we did.
Remember, your life is on the line. Would you put it on that we went to the moon or we didn't?
If my life is on the line, I would say, yeah, we probably went to the moon.
Why is that?
Because I trust the sources.
In the evidence, right? I think to me that's just like, hey, there's more
No,
evidence.
I don't see any of the evidence. I only trust sources. I only heard it from the news. I heard it from Walter Cronkite, and then I heard it from my grandparents, and I heard it from the school, and I heard it for a long time that we've been
Okay.
there.
Wait. You don't trust the evidence.
I
That's
don't
it.
know the evidence. I've seen pictures. I guess that's some sort of evidence, and the evidence that other people are attesting to it, but I don't know
Okay.
it.
This is interesting. Like, I don't know. Like you could find the evidence, right? Did you just not look
I-
for it?
In
Or
theory, I should be able to find the evidence, the moon rocks or whatever, to prove that someone was there.
do you think we went around this last couple months ago? We went around the moon. Do you believe that?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
I mean, if I believe that somebody we were on it, why wouldn't we go around it once?
because it's plausible, right?
It's plausible.
Right. Where is a God plausible?
It doesn't. It's not a matter of plausibility. It really
Okay.
isn't.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
In the sense of faith, faith is definitely a an emotion. Maybe fundamentally, it's I believe this to be the truth, but there is the. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say where that actually ends up because it becomes part of us, that conviction. And when somebody challenges it, even if you're okay with being challenged,
Okay.
it still is um, a little bit of sandpaper against your brain to get some of that uh, contradiction going on in your head.
All
And
right.
then you have to sit
What's
down and
1 second,
sort
Buck?
through that
Sorry.
evidence.
1 second. Keep your thought. All right.
All right.
Patal. Like just like I told Muhammad, you guys do not come in here just saying some preaching stuff. Give respect to every other human being that's in this chat and say hello, please. We can at least do that. All right, don't come in here just preaching. I let you guys preach. That's fine or whatever. I disagree with not saying words, Speak like you're a human being, please. That's not what you would do in real life. So don't do that. You don't go to your job and just start preaching. It's like, chill the hell out, man. Like just talk like a regular person. Anyways,
Some
sorry.
people do.
Sorry, Buck. Go ahead, man.
No, some people do. Some people do go to their job preaching like that.
I guess, but I don't know what jobs they keep.
They may not keep them. They may go to every job that way.
Because, like, to be fair, I'm that guy at my job that always wants to talk about politics and always talk about religion. People avoid me. I understand, but I am respectful. I'm going to tell you good morning. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to ask you how you're doing, and then I'm going to try to get you into the conversation. I'm not going to just jump to the like, respect people, man. That's all I'm saying. Just respect people. Like, you will find that here you can talk about a lot of shit that you can't talk about other places, but I do think everybody should recognize other people before you start saying your shit. Come on, Batal. Be better. All right. Go ahead, Buck.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, I've been waiting to hear from Patal and Muhammad for a while too.
Well, they're going to be on your side. You guys are kind of teammates.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot more. I was just saying, look, I have a conviction. I'm not going to try and push it down your throat. I'll talk to you about it if you're asking. Since you're asking, every time.
I am asking. I will say that.
Actually,
I am asking. I feel like you're so close to what I talk about that it interests me so much, because I wonder if I was ever at where you're at, because you sound like a thinker. And I always was a thinker. And I'm wondering if I have some stupid Mandela effect that I don't realize that I said the same things you're saying at some point. Because in my brain, which could totally be false, I was like, this step don't make sense. This step. You're like, this step don't make sense. This step. So like, that's like, it's weird to me because you went backwards.
Well, because it's not a matter of doctrine. It's not a matter of perfection, because none of those things are something I think we understand very well. Because God didn't spell it out very well. So I don't think any of that.
Wait, how you just sneak God into that? I didn't say anything about God. Look at you, sneaky.
No,
and you're being sneaky. You snuck God into that. I didn't say anything about God in there. What you talking about?
Well, because I thought that's what this podcast is about. I mean, as a human to human, you and I talking to each other about your beliefs and my understandings and your understandings and how we're going to get along with each other.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, really,
Well, okay, and the reason I say that, Buck, is because if I'm right or you're right, at this very moment in time, God hasn't shown up. So this is where I say we should more lean towards the non-belief part, because it's just like, what if you're wrong, Buck, and we waste our time with all of this shit?
Well, I don't want to drag you down my hell.
Well, I don't want you to go to hell, Buck.
That's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to lure you anywhere.
But you're a part of this social society. Remember, I said we all need each other. I don't care what anybody says.
Right. And that's why I'm engaging, because I do believe we need to get along, and we need to get along better than we have been.
Right, but to be fair, Buck, here real fast. This is why I side with the other side a little bit more, because one side is saying that you are horrible if you don't believe. Another side is saying it's very reasonable if you don't believe.
I think it's reasonable if you don't believe.
Yeah, that's why I
don't
talk to
think-
you. You're part of the crew that I need to talk to
But I
these
don't
other
think-
people.
I agree, but I don't think I have the ability to judge anybody. Whatever my judgment is about whether
Okay.
you should be my friend or not.
No, not friend part. That everybody's got a choice on that part. I'm saying more of these things that we talk about, like the fact that you could tell me what my afterlife is going to be, and then if
Oh, I
I
have
was
no idea.
no, but you could, like, because you believe stuff, right? So it's just like the fact that somebody like Frank Turek, right? That's why I've been making those videos, like that can go on stage and tell some person that they're going to be eternally tormented. How dare you? Like, how dare you? Not you, but how dare Frank Turek do that? Like, it's just
I
that's
get you. I get you. And you know, it's a lot of rhetoric. And you're right. Look, dude. And even from the beginning, the Bible was written to control people.
so. Then why do you believe the
gotta
Bible,
listen,
Buck?
gotta
Why do you
listen to some
why?
George Carlin, man. Dude lays
Yes,
it out for you pretty good.
no, Buck, but why do you believe it then, brother?
Because I don't believe that. I believe in God.
Yes, but why?
Maybe you
Why?
can.
Wait. Why do you believe in God? Because of the book.
No, not because of the book. Because I had an experience
But
that
you have
gave me
this. But
revelation.
okay, let me not. I'm trying to be so respectful here, and it's not. I'm not saying you didn't have your experience, but I feel like the type of experience you had is because the country you grew up in. And the same
And I
thing. And the
agree
same
with
thing
that.
for me. The same thing for
I
me.
even
Any
agree with
experience
that.
I've
But
had.
then to
Okay,
the
go ahead.
extent, but then I agree with that. But then to the extent that look, I've never bought into the whole doctrine thing of any religion. I don't like the Catholics. I don't like the Mormons. I don't like the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't like none. I've looked
Yeah,
into all of these
but they don't
as
like other
Christians.
people too, Buck. Right?
They don't.
Right.
That's
So I'm
part of why
saying
I don't like them.
we can't go off of that. Like, so if you tell me you don't like somebody, I'm going to ask why, because you need to show me evidence.
Of
And
why
if
I
you
don't like somebody.
correct, yes. That's what I do, because we should only not like people that are trying to hurt society. That's how I look at it. I really don't
Well,
care. This is why I don't care
then I take
about people. Hold on, sorry. This is why I don't care about a lot of other things that people care about. All I care about is the person. I don't care if you like women. I don't care if you like men. Like, I don't care about any other. You like trees. Like, I don't know. I don't care about any of this crap unless somebody is being violated. Like, they're not condoning what you're doing. They're not consenting, right? I'm super big on consent. And
I
my
concur.
okay,
I think
my point to you on that is it's just like, okay, that is out of the window right now. So my thing is, after that fact, let's just focus on shit that you can prove. If you can prove that what you're doing is not harmful, I don't care about it. Like, I'm not like I think this is why I'm against some of Ronald Reagan's drug shit. I'm
right.
you know what I mean? Like, hey, people can do drugs all the hell they want. If you're harming somebody else, guess what? There's consequences.
Well, I've definitely
And the reason
dealt with that.
and to be fair, real fast, so everybody knows, the reason I'm saying that is things you can't prove are like a type of drug. So let me say that real fast.
I think a lot of vices are addictive. in all sorts, in the very same senses of the word. It pumps of endorphins go through your body when you get your rocks off at the titty bar or at the gambling house or at the
Well,
coke house.
yeah, but what's wrong
All
with
of
the?
those things are related.
I'm asking this for a reason. What's wrong with the titty bar?
Nothing in and of itself.
Okay, cool. Then go ahead, keep
Um,
going. You said nothing.
I'm,
That's fine.
I'll say this. I'll say this. If I've Let me give you a little story. This will be fun.
Okay, well, hold on, real fast, because my wife's probably watching too, and I always get on her about this. Tell me your point first, and then let's go to the story.
All right. My point to the story is that the the titty bar does have negative effects within my
Great.
life.
Thank you. This is why it's so important. This is for my wife too. This is why it's so important to just say your point, because now I'm curious. Now I'm like, wait, hold on, Buck. Explain to me why you came to that conclusion. Go ahead.
Okay. One day, I was sitting at home watching my football games. That's the only sport I'm interested in at all, but I watch my NFL football games.
Okay.
I'm sitting here watching the game, and Mrs. Buck comes to me and says, "What the hell's wrong with you? Blah, 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 you're doing, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that?" And I was like, "Man, dude, I got to get away." So I left the house and went walking. I wanted to watch the game. The only bar that is within reasonable walking distance from my home is a titty bar. And I went to that bar to watch the game. And I sat at the bar the whole time watching the football games as I was hanging out there, and then came back home a little bit later. And the magnitude of the offense, that whatever I had done before was about 5,000 times greater, because I'd wandered into this titty bar because I wanted to watch a football game.
Okay.
Now, there's all kinds of other motivations behind it and all this, that, and another thing that you could question or bring up or whatever, but that was the story. And the effect was that uh, my action caused immense distress to my wife.
Okay. Sure. I get that.
Um,
I have
and
other reasons. Like if I was talking to your wife, I would have questions about why it caused that. But I'm speaking to you, so go ahead.
because I don't even remember the exact argument that we were having, and she was just relentless one day.
Well, was it about where you went or no?
No, no, no. It was before. It was about something I did or didn't do
Okay, keep
at
going.
home.
Okay, keep going.
And so then I just left and went to the reasonable distance walking place that I could watch the football game,
And it happened
watch
to
the
be this
game,
place. Got it.
and came home and got into more trouble, compounded the trouble that I was already in just because of the place I went. Even though I was honest and said this is where I went.
Okay, what's your point to this? I might have missed it, so I'm gonna let you tie it back.
I mean, all right. I guess all I was saying was that we do have to be aware of our own actions and how they affect other people.
Yes, but that's my
Uh,
point, Buck. Like when we're talking about these things that you cannot prove, like your wife would have every reason to step to you and show proof.
oh
Now,
yeah,
if she starts talking about things that she cannot prove, she would, even if right, by the way, she would now be in the
well,
realm of the problem. She needs to be able to present proof to you in order to cause chaos. That is my point. We have a lot of crap causing chaos that has zero proof. Go ahead.
causing chaos.
Right. So causing
eh,
causing chaos is just saying you disagree.
okay. I would say that disagreement's fine, but it's
Dis-
chaos is
dis-
because of the
disagreement
disagreement.
disagreement's not fine if you're disagreeing and can't show why you're disagreeing.
Okay.
I'm giving you a second. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I guess. I mean, uh, we have. I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm no angel. I got a lot of things to work on, and that's the main thing. That my point is that I got no reason to be judging anybody else, which is one of the Beatitudes.
Yes, but
Uh,
that's fine. But you know what? If I thought how you were thinking, I would it would make me question what I believe in the first place. Because if I also believed what I used to believe, I would be the same Jay sitting in front of you, but I would be saying the opposite. Like I would be showing you reasons why you should believe
well,
because I care, right? Like I'm the same
well, I
caring
mean,
person regardless. So it's like if I really believed that this book was true, I would have a channel sitting here right now
right,
explaining
but
to people.
I don't believe the book is true. I believe God is true.
Well, okay, that
I
too.
believe,
Same thing, same thing.
huh?
It's the same thing because I would be saying if I believed that just God was true, um,
I don't know.
I
I
would
don't
have
know
the
that
same channel.
I don't know that I think this biblical representation of God is necessarily what's really going on. But I do think there's keys there. Just like I think there's keys and
That's the thing that not weirds me. Sorry, I apologize. That's the thing that's like weird to me, as far as it's like you're saying this thing is possibly not true, which makes me think like, wait, why is any of it possibly true? Why not? Why don't you skip to
it's
the?
not
Why don't you say
it's
like
not
God might
I don't
not
care about
exist?
I don't care. They're not true. It's stories. It's not the truth of what happened.
No, no, but
It's
I'm
the
saying what?
story that someone wrote
Why
down.
don't you go to God doesn't exist at all?
Because I had an experience.
Oh, okay, yeah, you did say that. Okay.
but
No, no,
but
that's fair. Like I don't take anybody experiences away.
I mean,
Cuz
look,
because I'm telling
I'm
you right
also
now
not.
like to be
I'm also
fair,
telling you
like I
right here.
can't sorry, one second. I'll let you say. Um but like just to be fair, like I am saying I am having an experience. And my experience is that no God exists, right? So I have to appreciate your experience that a God exists. I just fall into the category where I'm like, well, dang, bro, I can kind of show you, and you will be like, hey, Jay, I see why you believe what you believe. It's very hard for you to show me why you believe what you believe. And that's the weird thing to me. I have all of the evidence to show you why I'm crazy. I'm doing quotes here. And you have zero evidence to show me why you're crazy. Go ahead.
Hallucinations, man.
But I've never had hallucinations, Buck. I never had them.
Uh, I've had some strange ones.
But wait,
Uh,
are you saying you hallucinated or what?
yeah, but I brought it on myself. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know there's some ayahuasca and all that other stuff. I get it.
well, I mean, all that stuff has, dude. That's a big part of the experience as well. Do you think
Okay.
these guys who were writing stuff weren't writing
Oh,
under the influence?
there's some things that yeah, they probably were. And I wish more of the scholars would go deeper into that because that was actually a thing to take drugs to get closer to God.
I've
Uh
heard I've actually heard that there's cannabinoid oils found in the ruins of an old Jewish temple that was
Yeah, that's
that
right.
was
That's one of them.
buried,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's one of the stories. So yeah, there's cannabinoid remnants in there, and if you hot box a car, you know what happens, right?
Yeah. Well, my experience of Weeping Spirit is that as much as I cried literal tears, I have plenty of times, all right, like this is true. Cried literal tears asking for God to speak to me, and literally zero words, zero feelings. And matter of fact, when I actually wanted more proof, I lost more belief than when I didn't want proof. When I didn't want proof, I had all the belief in the world. When I wanted proof, I had zero belief because nothing happened ever, like nothing ever, man. Like, and that makes me sad to say, by the way, in a weird way. Like some of this stuff I wish was true, but
That was probably similar for me, even at my early days when I was getting shipped off to Sunday school for a while here and there,
yeah.
and nobody in my family even cared what was going on there.
Yeah. I can hear you, by the way. I'm going to
um,
step away, but I can hear you.
but yeah, I didn't. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, I just had this kind of experience of not understanding any of this stuff and having all these questions. What was one of my early questions? Uh, I had no understanding of why eating an apple of the tree of knowledge of right and wrong would be a sin. I couldn't understand why that would be a sin. Aren't we supposed to know what's right and wrong? I mean, there were so many questions that started when I was a kid. My my grandma kind of, allowed me to question things and even put questions in my mind. So, but I also had an uncle though who was a Methodist pastor or minister in the Depression, during the Depression, I guess the 30s, and made a pretty significant historical mark here in Colorado and beyond, uh, and had some pretty strange unorthodox ideas about Christianity too.
Yeah.
For instance, he didn't like flags because he found flags not to be a uniter but a barrier.
Yeah, I mean,
From a
I mean,
Christian perspective.
from any perspective, does that, like, to
I,
me that makes sense. Like people seem to act all of the same ways regardless of whatever their beliefs are, right?
right.
They just make the belief part, like the faith part or whatever the part is, the part we make up in order to make whatever we feel is real true.
Right. Right.
Like I know you agree with that. That's why I figured you would. So to me, that's why if you want to understand me more, that is why I attack those things, because I can't tell the difference between the liar and the real believer, which to me means get rid of that crap. Because now we let the snakes be able to hide. I want the snakes to be seen. So
Right.
when we add these things that you can't prove, snakes are allowed to do horrible things. Snakes are going to do horrible things anyway, but we're giving them this space to hide.
Snakes aren't going to do horrible things. Snakes are going to do snake things.
Okay, cool. Because horrible is subjective. That's fair. So it's just like the snakes are going to do snake things. And if we don't want snakes things ruling society, we have to handle things differently. And it doesn't mean people can't believe what they want, but it means your beliefs cannot shape society.
Well, right, especially when it's if well, look, I don't have an oppressive belief either. I don't believe that we need to be in each other's lives. I don't believe you need to do certain things in order to live in a
Well,
Christian
we're going to be in
society.
each other's lives because we're social creatures. So it does matter
Right,
what you
right,
believe.
and I'm happy with that. I don't have no problem with social. I don't understand the whole thing
But
actually.
it
But
matters what you believe. So, but because what you believe is going to affect me regardless. You cannot know me, and what you believe affects me because we're social
sure,
creatures.
right. I guess you're right, but I mean, I guess that's where I try and mitigate things. I don't get involved in politics. I don't get involved in trying to control the world. For one thing, because I don't think it's it's my place, and I don't think we're called to do that. That's my personal belief. We can go into that another time. But but I believe that uh, my my place is just to do what I can for who I can see. I don't even trust like um charitable organizations.
Okay.
I don't trust much of organized society unless I vet them to some extent, and I'm not very good at that sort of thing, so I kind of it's pretty personal, my trust
Yeah. Okay.
in, in places. Um but you know, I mean I do think that it's just a matter of trying to get along with each other. Let's try and be friends, man.
Right.
Let's
But the only way you can get along with people is if they see you the same as them.
No, no, that's not true. I don't see you the same as me at all.
You
But
don't
I
think
see
that
you as
we don't think that, well, go ahead. You might say what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
I don't see you the same as me at all, but I see you as a person trying to navigate this. I see you as uh having your own concerns and understandings of things, but you're friendly enough to try and talk and listen to people and see what they have to say
So
and do this
you
sticking
see
around
me
in your
as
own head.
friendly. You see me as friendly.
What? One more time?
You see me as friendly.
As friendly. Um
That's that's the connection that we need in order for us to get along. You have to see me as something that you are or that you
I
think
t-
you are.
I tend to be identified as friendly,
Yeah.
you know.
So that's my point. We have to see each other as the same in some way in order for us to communicate.
Oh, well, and I see it's the same. Well, right. In order to even use the same language, we have to have some similarities. I do see more similarities in people than we try and work against or whatever. That's my whole thing is why I don't understand it. I'm like, people have the same problems everywhere
Yes.
when it
Yeah.
comes right down to it. I mean,
Yes.
and understanding themselves and understanding their relationship to the world around them. That's what we're all trying to deal with.
Yeah.
And who am I to try and figure out what your problem is unless you ask? And you know, and then I got my hand out. You know, what can I do for you?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
fair. That's fair, brother. Like I said, I think me and you have a lot of agreements on this is probably one of my main points is we have a lot of agreements on things when we talk about reality. And then it's weird to me that we just deviate when we discuss other things. And that's the reason I like to talk to people because it's so strange that we can agree that the ground is the ground, the tree's a tree, and whatever's a whatever. And then all of a sudden we get to this point where we're just on two different worlds. And you know, it's very interesting to me why that happens.
Dude, if you were a Baptist and I was a Mormon,
I was a Baptist in
we
my
would be
time.
looking at each other. We would be looking at each other the same way. I mean, or at least as saying, "Well, he's not going to get into heaven." You know, nice
Yeah,
guy and all, but he's not going to get into heaven. I like
yeah,
talking to him, but he's not going to get into heaven. But
that's
in
the
this case,
phrase
I don't
right
have to
there.
say whether
Yeah.
or not you're going to get into heaven because it's not up to me. And if you're there, great. If I'm not, I don't even know if I'm going to get into heaven. How can I figure out what's up with you? You know?
Man, does that not make you think that none of this is true, Book?
Mm, uh, no,
Like it, because to
it
me,
doesn't.
when I start saying that, I
It makes
start
me it
thinking.
makes me it makes
Go
me
ahead,
say
go
there's
ahead.
no evidence for it, but it doesn't make me think it's not true.
Ah, that's so
It's, I,
weird to me because,
I,
ah,
I don't
man.
need.
All right. Say I come to you like this, right? And I'm like,
Okay,
hey, man, your wife is cheating on you,
right.
and I have the worst evidence ever. Like, are you just going to say that, hey, since you said it, my wife's probably cheating on me, bro? You're gonna be like, hell no. And it's because you don't. Oops, dang, my finger just went flying. It's because you don't want your wife to be cheating on you. So you're going to go towards that angle more.
Right. That's where faith comes in because I'm going to be more
Well,
faithful
right.
to
This is my point.
something I have better evidence of.
Can't
At
faith?
least
No, wait. At this,
subjective evidence.
okay,
Whatever
subjective. Thank you.
evidence you
Yes,
saw,
yeah,
you might have actually seen something that was
yes.
suspicious and say, "Hey, Buck needs to know about this."
But doesn't that
But it's
show
kind of
you? But doesn't that show you? The reason I bring this up is because emotion is not the way to find truth. The fact that you
no,
want your wife to
no.
not be cheating is probably going to make you more wrong than right. The fact that you want her to not be
No, yeah,
cheating.
you're right. It's not the way to find truth. We're not going to
So
find truth through our emotion.
so
That's
why do we use the emotions for these things?
that's probably why there's like a 67% divorce rate because people use
Well,
emotions to
okay,
try.
not with marriage, but I mean with God. Like, why do we use the emotion with God?
Why do we use emotion
Yes,
with God?
emotion is the worst way to find out the truth. I
Oh,
truly
oh,
believe
oh,
that.
oh, tradition, dude. Tradition.
Oh shit, you cut out for a second. You still there? Yeah, I can't hear you, brother.
In a bit.
Okay, there you go. There you go. All right.
No, that's cool. I'm just no, yeah, no, you're right. Emotion is a very bad way to try and base our
Yeah, I think you're muted again.
go.
uh,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, we
but
might be
yeah, let
coming
me
to an end.
explain
That's
real quick.
fine. That's fine.
Anyway, she just emotion is a very bad way to assess our judgments on, and that's something that my wife and I, through 30 years of marriage, have been struggling for to try and figure out how to do over that time.
Okay.
So that's part of our relationship with God is our relationship with our peers. And I believe any relationship we improve with our friends and neighbors and family improves our relationship with God. And I believe all of those relationships improve by improvement of that. So, I mean, whatever that means, we can go down that road again. But I better get my daughter, a call here before she gets crazy.
Hey, yeah, Bug. Take care of your family, man. Thank you for calling. I appreciate you, bro. Good to see you.
Thanks, Jay.
Nice
You
to
have a good day,
officially
man,
meet
and
you.
we'll talk to y'all again soon.
All right,
Peace
brother.
out, everybody in the chat. Come on, Mohammed.
Peace, Bug. All right. Thank you, brother. All right. All right. Yeah. Good to talk to him. Good to see his face. I love meeting people, man. I hope you saw how I lit up when I saw somebody too, because yeah, unless we can see each other, we'll never treat each other correctly. I truly believe that You have to be able to see the other person as another person in order for you to treat them correctly. So I see you guys getting at it. God definitely killed way more people than Satan. It's not even close. So if we're talking about the death count, remember God wiped out the whole freaking world because God regretted. I regret I made man. Let's wipe them away and pick 4 people to restart the world and have incest, by the way. Do y'all not realize these stories? Can I ask y'all that real fast? Like, the Bible talks about incest being bad, yet the whole world's civilization twice was caused by incest. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, screw everything y'all talking about. Make that make sense. Like, screw the 10 Commandments, all of that. Let's go back to the beginning there. Like, y'all don't want to talk about the tough stuff. Y'all want to talk about this abstract shit instead of talking about the real crap. The Bible says incest is bad, but the whole freaking human race started off of incest. Like, who wants to talk about that one? Satan did kill people in Job. Job, God allowed Satan to kill people. I'm pretty damn sure. It doesn't mean anything like that God did, but I think Satan killed Job's family. And we're getting close. I gotta finish this video for tomorrow, so I gotta end this. I'm having fun with y'all, but it's time to roll. There is one comment that I saw that was good, that the guy said, if Satan is God's enemy, why does Satan do what God wants? Very good question. So to me, this is going to be my ending, by the way. To me, if Satan is in opposition of God, Satan would be like the most perfect being there is. Satan would be actually telling us to do good, because Satan would be doing opposite of what God wanted. And I need to give credit to the person that gave me this idea. But that's an interesting idea. If Satan is opposite of God, why does he do what God wants? I don't know. That blew my mind. You guys let me know what you think on that one, but I forgot which video it is. I do too many videos. I forgot which video it was on, but that's like a crazy point. I thought that was a very good point. So let me know what y'all think on that. All right, guys, ladies, sisters, brothers. We're about to end this. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Buck, for calling in. That's the one call we had, but it is what it is. I'm going to see you guys Friday. So, as always, don't forget to throw away your feelings, open your minds, and question your beliefs. Peace.